Rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Tayyib Abbasi. I am tutor in Hansu Islamabad campus at foundation level. When we come with a new manner, tomorrow we also come with a new tomorrow. Let's start. Today our topic is how this simple affirmation can be. Hello Maya.
Hi, what
Okay.
is that?
My first question is what does the word all right mean in everyday conversation?
All right is seriously versatile. It's like the Swiss Army knife of English expressions. You can use it to say you're okay, agree with something, or give someone permission. Um, what specifically caught your
My
attention
next
about it?
question is how is all right different from all right?
Huh, that's a sneaky one. It's actually just a spelling thing. All right is totally common in casual conversation, and you'll see it everywhere written that way. But technically, all right is the grammatically correct version. So purists might stick to two words. They mean exactly the same thing, though. Either version is understood just fine. Which one do
When do
you
people
usually hear
usually say
people
all
using?
right?
I didn't quite catch the this part. Could you clarify what you're asking about when people use it? Maybe you meant all right
When
or
do people
all
usually
right.
say all right?
People say all right in so many situations. Here are a few. All right, sounds good. When someone asks if you're okay, you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. To give permission, can I borrow your pen? All right, but bring it back. To acknowledge something, I finished the report. All
Why?
right, good job. What kind of situation were you thinking about
Why is
specifically?
why is
Why what?
all right
It's just curious.
considered a positive response?
Ah, so you're asking why all right is often a
Yes.
positive response? Good catch on that, basically. When someone says all right to something, it's their way of saying yes or acknowledging agreement. It's like saying okay or sounds good in a casual way. It implies approval or acceptance. They're on board with what you suggested or asked. It's pretty universally positive. Is that what you were wondering about?
My next question is can all right be used to show agreement how?
Got it. You want to know how all right shows agreement. It's pretty subtle, but it works kind of like a low key confirmation. Someone asks if you want to do something or agree with an idea, and you just saying all right quietly signals. Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you were saying there. It sounded like we need them, but could be something else. Can you
Okay, my
repeat
next question
that
is
part?
all right formal or informal language?
Meaning informal. It's totally fine to use with friends, family, or in casual settings. But if you're writing a formal email to your boss or giving a presentation, very well, or certainly would sound more appropriate than all right. You'd still be understood if you use all right, but it might come off as a little too relaxed for a formal situation. Make
How
sense?
did the perhaps all right involve into all right?
That's a really interesting question. Let me check a bit into that.
Hello Maya,
Hey
my
there.
question is to you. How did the perhaps all right involve into all right?
Let me see if I can figure that out. Apparently, it wasn't perhaps all right that evolved into all right. That was a bit of a misunderstanding. The phrase goes way back to Middle English, before 1413, actually, and Chaucer used it. It just comes from combining the words all and right. The shorter one word spelling all right didn't show up until way later, around 1884. So it was more of a split into two versions, not an evolution from perhaps.
Why do language change over time?
Cool. I'm not totally
Okay,
following. Could you
okay, my
repeat that?
background was
I'm not
being
sure I
in
caught the whole
noise.
question.
I will do my question again. Uh, why do language change over time?
Oh, that makes sense. You're asking why languages change over time. It's
Yeah.
actually super fascinating. Languages change because people change the way they talk. And those little tweaks add up over decades and centuries. New words get invented, slang pops up, meanings drift as words get used in different ways, and pronunciation shifts. Things like migration, trade, or even pop culture influence language too. Basically, it's always evolving to reflect the people who use it. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Okay, that makes also sense. The next question from me is, do you use all right often in daily life?
As an I don't really have a daily life where I'm talking to people, but if I did, I definitely would. It's such a useful phrase. I find myself using it a lot when people share things or ask questions. It's a quick way to acknowledge and confirm.
That feelings can the word all right express?
You're asking if already can express that same feeling we were talking about, that
No, no.
positive acknowledgement,
My
or
question is, what feelings
sorry.
can the word
Can
all
you
right express?
tolerant? That's a good one. It expresses respect, acceptance, and understanding towards people and ideas that are different from your own. It doesn't necessarily mean you agree with those differences, but you respect that they exist and allow them. It suggests someone has self control and openness towards what others do or believe.
Okay, can all right mean that everything is okay?
No, alt right is actually the opposite of everything being okay. The alt right is an ideology associated with far right extremists, white supremacy, racism, nationalism. It's not about tolerance or acceptance at all. It's completely different from all right in terms of what it means and what it stands for. Do you want me to explain more about the alt right, or should we stick to the friendly all right we were talking about earlier?
Okay, do you use all right often in daily life?
Well, since I'm an AI, I don't exactly have a daily life in the same way you do. But if I did, or if I were more like a person interacting with people all day, I think I'd use all right pretty often as a kind of easy, casual acknowledgement. When someone says they're about to do something and you want to give them the go ahead, or if you just want to show someone you're listening.
Okay, my next question is, how do tone and voice change the meaning of all right?
That's a really insightful question. Tone and voice can totally change what all right means. If you say all right with a flat, almost annoyed tone, it can sound dismissive or like you're just going along with something you don't really want to do. But if you say it with genuine warmth and enthusiasm, it's much more supportive, like you actually care about what's happening. Your voice colors can make a big difference.
Is all right used more in speaking or writing?
Are you asking which of these expressions, tone and voice, or all right itself, are used more in speaking versus writing?
Yes.
Definitely more in speaking. Tone and voice are specific to how we talk. You can't really write tone. or hear it when you're reading. All right is pretty common in casual writing too, but its full impact with the right tone just lands better when you actually hear it said. Do you agree?
Why do people refer short word like alright?
That's a good point. Why is it all right when it's two separate words like all right? It's kind of weird. Seems to have just evolved through natural language change. People probably just started saying all right faster over time, and eventually it started showing up in writing too.
Okay, my next question is, can alright be used to comfort someone?
Oh, you mean already? That was a little mix up. Yeah, actually, already can definitely be comforting. Like if someone's been really worried about something and it's sorted out, you could say, "You've already gotten through the hard part," or "You've already handled this before." It can make them feel like they're capable and like the struggle is behind them, not ahead of them.
Okay, my next question is, why do people refer short word like alright? No, the next question is, can alright be used to comfort someone?
Let me address the second part first. Yes. All right. Can absolutely be used to confront someone, but it's all in the tone. If you say it sharply and slowly with that flat, icy voice, it's basically you saying, listen up, or I'm not messing around. But of course, that tone matters way more than the words themselves. As for why people shorten all right to all right, just habit and convenience. People naturally shorten words when they talk fast or when certain sounds are easier to say together.
Okay, what are some situation where you say alright?
Lots of situations. You'd say all right when agreeing to something. All right, I'll pick up the groceries, giving permission. Can I go out? All right, just be home by 10. Checking in on someone. You feeling all right? Starting something. All right, let's get started. Showing casual agreement. Nice weather today. All right, isn't.
Please you continue your answer.
Oh, right. I stopped mid answer there. My bad. So, yeah, you'd also say all right as a casual response to something someone said. Like if they tell you they finished a task, you'd just say, all right, good job, or all right, sounds good, as a little confirmation. It's super versatile and works in a ton of low stakes situations where you need to acknowledge someone or move things along.
Okay, what are some is alright used differently in different countries?
That's a cool question. Yeah, already definitely shifts meanings depending on where you are. For example, in the US, it's often about something being done sooner than expected. But in Spanish, ya, which is like already, can also mean now, or even be used to emphasize something's taking too long. Like, yeah, hurry up. Different cultures use it in really different ways. It's not always about time at all.
Okay. My next question is, how does all right help in friendly communication?
That's interesting. You mean how does all right help with keeping things friendly? I think it does a few things. It's really casual and non-threatening, so it lowers the stakes of conversation. When you use all right, you're not making demands, you're signaling understanding or encouragement. It makes communication feel more relaxed, which naturally encourages more open exchanges.
Okay. My next question
So, what's your
is,
next question?
can alright sometimes mean not very good but acceptable?
I think you're thinking about when people say, "Oh, that's all right," when someone apologizes, or even when something goes wrong. Like if someone bumps into you and you say, "Oh, it's all right." You're not exactly thrilled about it, but you're letting it slide and being forgiving rather than making a big deal about it. So yeah, all right can Def mean not great, but I'm okay with it.
Okay.
What's on your mind now?
Very good. Nathan, the next question is why do people sometimes repeat it all right, all right?
Uh, I think you're asking why people sometimes say all right twice, like
Nay,
all
my
right, all right.
question is
It's usually
why do people sometimes repeat all right, all right?
when people say all right, it's often about emphasis or building agreement. Like if you're making a plan with someone and you're both getting on board step by step, each all right is confirming the next step. Or sometimes it's like a little reassurance. All right can mean I hear you, I get it, we're on the same page. It just feels more definitive than saying it once.
Okay, the next question is how does body language affect the meaning of all right?
Body language makes a huge difference. If you say all right with a thumbs up or nod, it's super encouraging. If you say it with arms crossed and a disapproving look, it's definitely not agreement. It's more like a reluctant acknowledgement or even disapproval. A genuine smile while saying all right versus saying it with a flat expression could totally change the meaning from warm approval to neutral or even reluctant acceptance. Body language is usually doing a lot of work under the surface with words like that.
Okay,
What's
the,
your next one?
okay, my next question is to you the what is the difference between okay and all right?
You mean okay and all right. They're actually very similar in a lot of ways. They both show agreement or acknowledgement. But
Okay,
here's where they differ. Okay feels more neutral and balanced. Like saying okay is like marking your location. You've heard something and now it's registered. But saying all right has a bit of like forward movement. It often suggests a shift. You say okay when you hear someone, you say all right when something's dealt with.
is all right commonly used in movies and song? Give me this question answer very interesting.
Yes, absolutely. Right pops up a tone in movies and it's used super cleverly. For example, think of tough movie characters plan to focus or even watch out without actually saying it. Or on the flip side, a friendly buddy movie might use all right all the time to show they're on board with each other. The way it's said, with swagger, hesitation, warmth, shapes how we experience the whole scene. It's this tiny phrase, packed with nuance.
Okay, very good answer. The next question from me is can all right show confidence?
Yeah, it totally can. There's something about all right that can signal confidence, especially when you use it before big. It's got this confident energy, like you're not worried about the challenge.
फलाना पड़ेगा छुट्टी हेलो माया Okay, Maya, my question to you is why do people sometimes? My question to you is how do teachers use all right in class?
So you're asking why teachers might say All right in the classroom. Interesting question. I think it's a way for them to manage the energy of the room. When they say, all right, it can be kind of like a reset button, signaling for everyone to settle down or to. I'm not following what you're trying to say. Could you repeat that a bit slower or maybe?
Okay, my next question to you is you are giving very good answer. The next question from me to you is can all right be used to motivate someone?
Definitely. All right. Can be really motivating. It's all about how you say. It's if someone's struggling and you say, all right, you've got this. It's like a little confidence boost. Or if someone completes a tough task, it's saying, all right, that's great, is really encouraging. It has that energy, like, good job, keep going, mixed into it.
Okay, the next question is how does all right reflect
What's your next
modern
question?
communication style?
I think you mean how does all right affect communication style? Yeah, it's subtle, but it does a lot. Using all right automatically makes things feel a little more casual and friendly, which can build trust. It's a way to acknowledge someone without making it feel formal or heavy. Think of it like a lighter touch for everyday conversations. All right, let's do this is different than we will proceed, right?
What would happen if some words like all right does not exist?
That's a wild thought experiment. If all right didn't exist, I think we'd probably have way more formal exchanges, like constantly saying okay or nodding instead of just tossing out that casual all right as confirmation. People might sound more serious even when they don't need to, and small interactions would feel slower, less effortless. It's one of those tiny words that makes conversations flow without you even noticing. It'd definitely be missed.
Okay, the next question to you.
Go for it. What's your next question?
The question is that
I'm listening. What's the question?
why would happen if simple word like all right does not exist?
We touched on this already, but
Okay,
you're
okay, I
asking
will tell
what
you
if
new
all right
question.
just didn't
How
exist
does
at all,
learning
huh?
communication words
Um,
improve communication skill?
oh, learning about communication itself. That's like learning the hidden rules of connection, right? When you learn things like what tone matters, how body language changes meaning, how to pick up on nuances, it makes you way more aware in every conversation. Knowing these things lets you adjust what you say and how you say it so it lands better with other people and you understand what's really happening in an interaction.
Okay, what will you give us last advice?
If I could give one last piece of advice,
Yes.
I'd say be patient with yourself. Learning communication takes time. It's not just about knowing the right words, it's about feeling comfortable using them. Keep practicing. Pay attention to how people respond when you try new things. And don't be afraid to experiment. Your curiosity and willingness to learn already mean you're on the right path.
Okay, very interesting answer. So, viewers, this is our tomorrow
Good to
Maya.
hear.
The
Was
viewers,
this
this is
conversation helpful for you today?
Viewer, this is our tomorrow Maya. The topic is all about how the simplification. I will know you will be maybe like, share, subscribe. We will meet in another Maya. तब तक के लिए
Well,
खुदा
if you're
हाफिज.
all set, it was great chatting with